And we're live in the Duncan Music Lounge here in our headquarters in Hartford with Jim Mora, the head coach of the UConn Huskies. The toughest position. I think you may have said this before. Were you a defensive back, first of all?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so that's the toughest position in football, isn't it?
There's been some tough dudes that play that position. You know, my favorite player of all time, Ronnie Lott, he was a pretty good player. So, yeah, but I wasn't one of them. Okay. I was pretty average. I'm not sure I could have covered you.
You might want to think about that for a second. Let's get to the safeties. Durante Jones.
Yeah.
He might be my favorite football player that I've ever met. The dude is up here in his energy level and his want to. And if I was playing football at that level and could play football, I want that guy standing next to me.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. You know, he has a special place in my heart. I mean, I love all our players, but the passion, the energy, the intensity, like this drive he has to be great and to know everything, it's unique, it's rare, you know, and you love being around guys like that. You know, that's what you want as a coach. You want men like Durante, and fortunately, we've got a lot of those guys, but this guy, there's something extra special about him, and man, you want to fight beside a guy like that.
Yeah, Malik Dixon Williams, I like him. He's got two names. I like that. I wish I had two names, but I only have one.
I love his intelligence. I love his range. I love his athleticism, his ability to catch the football, his versatility, and his personality. You know, Durante is hyped up and just full of intensity, and Malik is a little bit more calm and focused and does a tremendous job of communicating. So we're lucky to have two pretty darn good safeties.
The cornerback position is, you're on an island. We all know that. Yep. It's the hardest thing to do, especially you're going to go single up coverage with guys. Tell us about the corners. Now, Chris Sharon is going to see some time, obviously. Chris got burned in that NC State game last year, I'm sure.
First play of the game.
Yeah, in his mind, he's going, I can't wait to play these guys.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to put him in that coverage again, I can tell you that. But Chris is really, Chris is a nickel for us. He's more of a safety nickel guy. He works with the safeties, but he's a really good nickel, you know, which is your inside kind of slot corner. I like him a lot. And then, you know, we've got some new guys that I like, you know, Amarni Archer, who's a transfer, and Torian White, who's a good player, is a transfer. And then Damon Brinson stepped up, and Mumu has come in from West Virginia, and he's a transfer, and he's a good player. And then Malcolm Bell's a returner. So there's some depth there. That position has really not yet sorted itself out in terms of who the starter is going to be. I think there'll probably be a little rotation there, depending on who we're playing, what we want to feature that week in terms of our scheme. But I think we've got a good group there, and I know they're very well coached by Dalton Hilliard.
All right, we're going to go to a quick break. Back to wrap it up with Jim Mora. This is the UConn Football Coaches Show, live from Hartford.